Hi everyone, let's get straight into it today. It's just a little bit of a fun, daggy cardio burst. I've got some hand weights here that just go around my wrists, but if you've got some that you'd like to use, then grab those. And I've also got a little stretchy band that we're going to put around our legs at one point. So when you're ready, just come down to a quadruped, and maybe just a little bit of a cat-cow, just to orient to being on our mat. And then we're going to tuck toes and lift hips, down dog. Bend the knees a lot here, so that we've got lots of space and length in our back. And we're just going to, it's like you want to drop your hairline down towards the mat and push back up. You might otherwise know it as a little diamond push-up and push back up. So we're simply bending the elbows out to the side and back to a straight armed down dog. And the head and the neck are just remaining completely stable. So we can do another 3 of those, just in isolation here. And you can still have a bend in the knees. And then let's float forward to a plank. And we're going to do 1 mountain climber each side. And a jump in, out, and then back to down dog neutral. And back to the push-up. And then float forward to a plank. And then mountain climb 1, 2. So right knee to right arm and jump in and out. And then back to down dog. Push up. Push back, float forward, plank. Mountain climber, jump out. Down dog. Push up, plank. Mountain climber, jump in and out, down dog. Push up, push back. We're going to do 2 more after this. Mountain climber, and you can speed it up a little bit if you want. Push up, float forward, mountain climb, jump out, jump in, back. Last time. Push up, push back, float forward. Front body to back body. Mountain climb, out and in, down dog. Walk the hands back. And slowly roll up to standing. Put that band on, just above the knees. Okay, there we go. And if you don't want too much high impact, then you can just step this one out. Okay, I'm going to be like star jumping. So hands can stay on the hips or stay down if you want. Otherwise, they can come out to a star shape and back to center. Now, what you want to do as we move through these is you want to kind of connect in with the pelvic floor. What's it doing? If it's gripping, release it, okay? And just take a big deep breath, soften through the belly, release the pelvic floor, and then squeeze it on, and then release it. Release it, squeeze it on, and then release it. One more time, big soft belly breath. And then on the contraction, we squeeze and release it. And then get back to the jumping, knowing that it's going to do what it needs to do. You don't need to actually squeeze on any particular point. If you've worked with the breath and the pelvic floor with me for a while, then it should be starting to be more responsive. And if this is no good for you, arms out, feet out, just tap it out. Okay, otherwise we're going to go for another 6. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's lean. Right leg goes out to the right and arms go out to the left. Lean to the other side. If you wobble, that's so fine. Tiny bend in the knee of the standing supporting leg. Squeezing the glutes on both legs. And lifting up and out. Imagining that the center of our mass, our center of gravity, is that pelvic bowl. And we want to lift up and out. Drawing the ribs together. Extending the scapula up the back as the arms reach out long. Leaning maybe with a little bit more kind of, you know, like rebellion. What's the word? Like a little bit more, yeah, just try it on. Lean out. See what happens. Worst thing that can happen is you fall out of it. And last side here. And come back. We'll do those star jumps. Otherwise, we're tapping it out. Coming back to a big belly breath if we've forgotten to breathe. Stop at any point. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll come back to that sequence. So drop the band, get rid of that. We'll come back to that down dog push-up sequence. And this time, push up, forward to plank. We lead with the left leg for the mountain climber. Out, in, back. Plank, mountain climb, jump out in, down dog, push up, push back, down dog, mountain climb, left, right, jump out, jump in, down dog, push up, push the ground away, float forward to plank, front body to back body, left, right, jump out, jump in, last 3, push up, push forward, big breaths. I can't remember if I think we're up to number 2. Okay, there we go, out, in, last push up, push the ground away, float forward, mountain climb, left, right, jump out, jump in, and push back, down dog. Come down to the knees, sit on the left side, and as we come into some clams, we lift the glutes up off the mat and we row the right arm as though we're pulling something heavy and squeezing scapula back and down. So the shoulder blades come back and down, the serratus anterior get activated. Squeeze and retract. Squeeze and lift with the lower body. But keep the bones of the pelvis facing in the same direction. Just the muscles are working, the opening of these hips. And down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time we stay up. Raise the arm and little lowers and lifts. Just squeezing that left glute. Just drop it down an inch and lift it back up. Lift up and out of the left arm down on the mat. 3, 2, 1. Spin over to the other side. Clams with the row. A couple of big breaths. Move some energy, move some kind of oxygen around the body. Tune into where you're feeling this. I'm feeling this in my right glute, my left glute, back of my left shoulder blade. Just come to an awareness of the position of your chin in space. Just tuck it slightly, long back of neck. Okay, for another 4, squeeze. 3, push up and out of the ground. 2, and 1. Roll that shoulder back and down on the supporting arm. Push out, lift the side waist, left arm long, and little lower and lifts on that right glute now. See if you can hold the open left. The clam is open, so the left knee is up to the sky as much as it can, and we're dropping and lowering and lifting on the right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so good. Okay, last one. Band on. We're going to jump up and down the mat. If it's no good, you step. So hands come to shoulders. And we jump little tiny toe ball heel hops up, and then we squat down, stand up. The rowing again. Hands back to shoulders and jump back. If that's no good, step.